guys, it's Angelique Vestil, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the best online side hustles in 2020. So if you've been alive and around in 2020, obviously you know that shit has hit the fan pretty much globally. More and more businesses are moving online, a lot of people got laid off, unemployment is through the roof, and so there's no better time than right now to figure out a way to make money online. And even though this whole digital world of like working online might sound completely foreign to you, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm just gonna go over a few ways that you could make money online, or at least start to make money online, to kind of get your feet back on the ground and kind of figure out a way to make this thing work out for you. Because when you are able to work for yourself from anywhere in the world, you just get so much more benefits and can essentially do anything from anywhere in the world. So it is amazing, truly. And yeah, hopefully you find value in this video. So one of the first things is by writing blog posts, articles, or just any piece of content. So this is something that I do. I write blog posts for a few blog companies, and if writing is a strength for you, then reach out to these companies and ask if you could write blog posts. More and more big companies are trying to kind of produce the most content, because the more content you have, the better it is that you are able to rank on search engines like Google or Bing. And that's what these big branded companies want, is just more real life, authentic creatives to write their pieces of content, not from like the company's perspective, but from the clientele's perspective. So if you're able to find companies that, one, you support and like and buy from, and you reach out to them saying you've been using their products for this length of time, or you are a consistent buyer, a lot of the times the companies will pay you to write blog posts for them or articles. And you don't have to have like anything super advanced, you just have to have a portfolio. So if you have a portfolio that you could create, and it doesn't have to be anything professional, just show them pieces of content that you've written in the past. And the way you could do this is by going to websites that would have similar pieces of content and then write on that content. So research before you write, obviously, and then pitch yourself to these companies. On the other hand, there are obviously ways to present yourself. If you already have the skills, go on things like Upwork and pitch yourself as a content writer, a blog post writer, and hopefully people looking for writers will reach out to you. So that's just one of the first ways that you can make money online. The second way is managing social media for a local business or a small business or a big business. If you're good at social media, and typically a lot of times people are more intrigued by the younger generation because of their social media abilities. If you like it and you're good at it, you see overall aesthetics, you know how to do hashtag research, keyword research, then it's a really great opportunity to kind of do that work whenever you want. And for me, I manage one social media account, and the beauty of it is that there are so many different softwares that allow you to schedule social media posts in advance. So what I typically do is spend 2 days pretty much batch producing content, researching hashtags, different types of tags, what type of content people want to produce, and creating the overall grid layout. And I'll typically do that at the beginning of every month and then batch it out for the next month. And so if you could take on clients, not necessarily like local businesses in your area, but if you could find clients online that need social media help and they know you're young and you're learning and you can figure it out, then odds are someone is more likely to hire you just because of your eagerness to learn. And then it's also a really great starting point, because obviously anyone could have Instagram or Facebook on their phone, so you could do it from anywhere in the world. Another thing is user testing. So I actually was a user tester at my old internship, and basically it's just made for apps to test their interface. And so as a user tester, you pretty much go through the app and see how you would typically use a website or an app, and then they'll give you specific tasks like try to find a map of a museum, and then you'll have to go through their website, kind of record yourself going through that user experience and then talk through it. Typically people who sign up to user testing are big companies like Facebook and lots of other big companies, to make sure that their user experience is the best of its ability, and essentially that no matter what type of person is using the interface, that they'll be able to figure out how to use it. So user testing is really great because you could do it pretty much like anywhere. You just need some quiet space, but you could earn like $10 for a 20-minute test, or even up to like $60 for a test. So it really depends. You have to pretty much go through this application process and kind of do a mimic test, and then they'll reach out to you if you fit the criteria of what they're looking for and what type of client they're trying to test it with. So it's not consistent. It's kind of like they'll reach out to you if they need you, but that's kind of what usertesting.com looks like. Another thing you can do is learn digital marketing skills. And now, even though that sounds really intense and intimidating, there are so many resources out there that allow you to learn digital marketing skills, whether that's Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO, pretty much anything along that nature. Digital marketing is necessary across all different niches, businesses, and it's not going away anytime soon. So now is definitely the time to learn digital marketing. If you have some free time on your hands to enroll in a course and learn, then it's really the perfect time to get in. Now more than ever, businesses are starting to see the impact digital marketing has on their business. During times like these, it's pretty much a no-brainer that your business should be online. So as more businesses start to shift their models online, the more digital marketers they'll need in this world. And even though you might think it's saturated, like there's already so many experienced people, it's always evolving and it's always changing, and new things are becoming every single day. Like TikTok is like becoming super popular, and advertisers can possibly advertise on TikTok. And so there's so many different platforms, and there's so many different technologies that are evolving and coming to date. And so pretty much digital marketing is not going away. If you could learn those skills and kind of apply that to kind of what you're doing overall, then it could be super, super powerful. In addition to learning digital marketing, another way to kind of learn a skill is learning graphic design. There are so many graphic designers out there that are self-taught, no degree, but just have the talent to see something creative. But also, you don't have to necessarily be super creative to be a designer. UX UI isn't necessarily designing like drawings, more so like putting shapes in a layout that look good together. Whereas for graphic designers who just design like logos and stuff like that, that's a little bit more artistic. But if you learn how to use the Adobe software, then it could be super beneficial for you to learn those skills. One of my clients charges upwards of £2,000 per project, and it takes him like 2-3 days to do a project. So it's really, really profitable once you get to that skill set level. But obviously at the beginning, you're going to need to build your portfolio and your clientele, and then kind of build from that. But just know, like, pretty much your portfolio is the most important thing, and the only thing you want to do is show your best work. So there's so many resources out there that allow you to learn graphic design, and I mean so many courses out there. Like right now I'm doing a Skillshare course on graphic design just because I'm curious about the artistic creativeness behind it, and that's something that I enjoy doing, so I want to learn it. Even though I might not do it forever, it is a good skill to have, and just being aware of like how these softwares works is always a plus. So graphic design is another great side hustle, or something you could learn for it to become a side hustle. Another thing is teaching English online. If you are a native English speaker, you pretty much can teach English like anywhere to anyone. Obviously English is the global language, so there are countries all around the world that want to learn English and will be willing to pay you good money for teaching English. I know many people who teach English for Chinese students. There's lots of companies like Palfish or Data ABC, Say ABC, Wales English, all those different companies that these students pay to learn English. It really ranges from children to adults, depending on what type of person you want to be like talking with. The pay scale also varies depending on the company and like the type of teaching you're doing. So teaching English is another really, really great way to kind of make that happen, and it's definitely a good starting point for trying to figure out what side hustle to do, because it's pretty much really consistent. And then once you get a schedule in place for teaching these students online, then the better it is for you to kind of consistently receive this side income on a daily basis. So that's kind of another way to create a side hustle. Another one is YouTube. Now obviously YouTube isn't the end goal, but if you get it to a place and are consistent enough and do the work to actually produce the content, do the research behind it, it could become a sustainable side income for the time being. Obviously not at that point yet, not even close, but I know people who make pretty much a lot of money from just YouTube videos alone because of AdSense. So if you like to create videos and create content, then YouTube could be another side income. But like I said before, it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's kind of a long term, maybe I could see this as a side income type thing. So that's another way. And the last thing is either mentor someone or tutor someone. So if you have a skill or are good at anything, you could pretty much charge someone to teach those skills. So if you're good at graphic design, let someone hire you to be a graphic design tutor or teacher. If you're good at math, tutor someone in math. You've created a business, mentor someone in how to create a business. We all have all these different skill sets, and people pay money to learn things. It's the same reason why we buy into education. It's the same reason why we buy these online courses. It's because we want to learn and we're willing to pay to learn. So if you are good at something, you could definitely charge, and that is another way to possibly make a side income. And then really word of mouth is how that spreads, or if you get to a point where you really need more clients for that mentorship or tutoring program, then even marketing yourself digitally is a really great way to get your name out there. But yeah, those are just a few ways that I know of and have experience, or know of people who have experience doing those things. And yeah, I hope this year is the year that you find a way to make a side hustle work for you, because honestly it is a total game changer. And now more than ever, we're starting to see more and more businesses move online and more workers that need to figure out ways to work remotely. So now's the time to kind of jump into that, learn those skills, trying to build your knowledge. And I hope this helped. I hope you guys like this, and I'm wishing you guys all the love, health, and happiness in 2020, because I know so far it's been such a hectic year. But hopefully this video can kind of push you and move you in the right direction. And thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.